Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube family? This is Sammy Leggy here representing Team JVS. I'm back here again for another movie review. This is a movie that is going to be hitting Hulu very soon. This was from the novel that was done by Taylor Adams. This is being directed by Damien, and I'm talking about No Exit. No Exit, the baseline premise is you have Darby. Darby is a recovering drug addict, and she's been put into a seminar and she finds out some crazy news and she wants to try to do something about it, but she gets stuck in a blizzard. And when she gets stuck in this blizzard, she gets stuck at a location that, whether she knows it or not, could be her own demise. And she has to navigate not only survival, but a game of Clue, so to speak, of who done it. That's the best way I can say it without spoiling too much of it. But what did I think about the film as an overarching? I think that Havana Rose Liu, I think she's doing a really good job as Darby. Like the opening of it, I love the way that the film was shot. Like some of the scenes, like in the snow, some of the things and the camera angles that they used, I thought was pretty good. Some of the moments where it was just really quiet and standing, they didn't focus in like they could have. They really kind of left it really panned out to try to allow you to be able to see the scenery around it. And most of the movie is shot, for the most part, in this location, so to speak. But they do a lot of stuff out in the snow and stuff like that. I think that they did a really good job with the practical effects. Like when the violence starts to occur, which there is violence in this, some levels this goes borderline between PG-13 and rated R. But they don't. Well, I take that back. It does get there. Like it is rated R. I take that back. I was gonna say it could kind of pull off a hard PG-13, but no, they definitely crossed the line. So if you were thinking that this is just gonna be a simple, who done it? No, it gets, the third act gets really intense, really violent. And I've seen a movie recently with Cameron Monaghan called Shattered, something similar to that, but this movie did it a lot better. A whole lot better. Where it's like that movie, it started off, it was like, oh, I don't know if I'm interested, oh, this is stupid, and then it gets to something else. This movie started off, yeah, I love the cinematography. Yeah, I thought that the nuance of the backdrop is cool. Some of the camera choices, I felt like they could have made it a little bit more tighter to make it a little bit more tense. But the opening of this, I didn't necessarily vibe with. I kind of felt like it was feeling really cliche. I felt like I knew exactly where it was going. And then, the character Darby started making really stupid decisions. I was like, man, what is going on? It really took me out of it. Like if I was watching in the theater, or even if I was watching with somebody else and just kind of casually watching, I might have been like, it's maybe not for me, but being a critic, we got to see it. And I think I'm really glad that I did, because by the second act, it starts to really pick up in the sense that it started to pull me in. The narrative pulled me in. I've not read the book, but I think what Taylor was able to do with the backdrop and the characters and how they're being shifted and molded, I think it makes you want to know where this is going. And you really won't know until the very end. And even them there's some interesting things they do with the very end. I thought it was really fascinating. Really harsh, but it's really fascinating. Other key people in this one, Danny Ramirez. Danny, I think the last time he was in Falcon and Winter Soldier, he's going to be technically the new Falcon, because he was playing Juan. Joaquin. I think that's Joaquin Torres. I think he's the new Falcon. But also got Dennis Haysbert. You got Dale Dickey plays the role of Sandy, and Dennis plays the role of Ed. And there's a interesting character in this, but I don't want to say, but let's just say the character Jay plays a very pivotal role, and that actor does an amazing job of what they were giving. Now, I think there were certain scenes that kind of was really like, but they definitely, between that character and Havana's Darby, were definitely the standouts. Now, Danny Ramirez, I think he plays a very versatile role in this. He may get a lot of credit for this. It's not gonna, how do I put this? It's not like this is a Oscar-worthy, performance or, something so, but no, I think that what they were able to give the actors in this one, but specifically Havana and Danny. I think that it'll get recognized. Havana did an amazing job for this. For me, I've never seen Heyday. I never saw anything that she's done as of yet, because I haven't even seen The Chair on Netflix. But she can act. Like she was pulling so much out of her character in Darby, like from a physicality standpoint, from an emotional standpoint. There's a moment in the third act I was like, yo, she is killing it. There's one specific scene, I wish I could talk about it. All I can say is a hammer. And like she killed that scene. Like she did so much in this. It was just strange because I wish it was the same from the beginning all the way to the end. It didn't, for me, it didn't really kick in, you know, not just even the narrative, but even the acting and the way the characters were being progressed until the second act. There were certain characters I was like, oh, okay, this could be interesting. But then it's kind of like coming off really cliche. It's kind of really dumb. I was like, they're just going to draw this out. But no, like they make it pretty interesting. And again, I got to harp into this other movie I saw, Shattered. Like it wasn't that. It wasn't just, I'm not going to say, for lack of a better word, this was better. This was better than that. I'd rest this at a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10. I think from an entertainment standpoint, this is something you definitely want to watch on the weekend, you know, or on a Friday night. Like, I think from a suspense standpoint, I think it's worth your time in watching it, specifically with other people. Or maybe if you just want to watch it on yourself and you're just kind of like, you want to know how the story goes, I think it's worth watching. Just make sure you try to get through the first half, and it's going to be rough, but it'll draw you into the point where you want to complete. And I think that's the thing about the film. Like, as it's been done before, absolutely. Is this something that's astronomically, like, you gotta see it? No, not at all. But for something new, a new actress, an interesting story, I think it's enough, not just on an entertainment level, but just from a narrative standpoint, to make you be like, oh, I'm really intrigued to see what, if the movie can pull you in to want to see where it's gonna go, I think it's done its job. It's just that first half that I was like, I don't want to do it. So I'm letting you guys know, just try to get over that and keep progressing, and I think you'll at least be very entertained by what you actually see. And I think it was a lot of good things in it, and it's also some things that could have been done better. I mean, if I want to go into negatives, I think that, I mean, some of the choices towards the back half, it just kind of, I don't know. It felt like a waste of time. Certain things that were happening on a practical effects standpoint, I was kind of like, what is going on with this? This is dumb. I think that there's definitely, from the cinematography standpoint, they could have done so many things that could have made this so much better. But from what we got, I think it's interesting enough to go and check out, especially if it's available on Hulu. And it will be available on Hulu on this Friday, which is the 25th. So definitely go and check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, guys.